for first-year students entering public tertiary institutions. The completion of abandoned e-blocks and investments to provide equitable learning opportunities nationwide and across the whole education value chain. These initiatives will empower our youth with the skills needed to excel in a rapidly changing world. We shall emphasize technical vocational education and training so that we can produce the skilled manpower that is needed for business and industry. I'm going to set up a planning committee to start working on the National Education Review Conference that I promised. This conference will review our educational system right from the kindergarten through the basic to secondary to tertiary to technical vocational education and identify what the hindrances to quality education are at each level of our educational system. I believe that this conference will come out with new ideas in order to provide us the outcomes that we need as a nation.
Excellency John Dramani Mamadi to Jama and with the Muslim on 92nd anniversary, I say, Okasa Fago Messia or say free tertiary payment for first year students, no, a dear bypass or e-blocks, ya Mushas, I can remono, but in a comprehensive review of Ghana's education from kindergarten, a copim nevi. Saranson or Kai said, Doom so dear, yet to obey you on some several problems, and ya dear Ebeba. Code of conduct for all public officials. About oral operation recover all loot on be operationalizing. Ya you hearing in name, there will be also on the Tujawan in Simpi na waka. Afiyanko Parliament near her Ministerial appointment also the Nipe Dusi and the Bibu Minor, and that what the card in the Pamian said in Akko. Dr. Kessben Ato Forson, ya koye majority leader no, you say on a Minister of Finance, a Bansana Hene, and I'll swap for Ghana. Isika sem eso ona ohun foni ewo TV no so no saranso na ora John Jirapo ono so na be Minister for Energy eye enyam hoden ene fanwo petrol ho nsem nyina no ono na ebeda no Dr. Dominic Ayene ono so na be abalo ya penny Attorney General and Minister of Justice we no nipa me nsa odo omudi akọ the comra shebedwemo no Edna minority leader Alexander Kwame na fenyu marking say mampeni also the 24-hour economy say no pay wie nwen we adwuma ti pe do sia de say geseki flow na touch me say sister we de me say na ba 57 ti bubodi no amma kofi bu o nyina ya pebia di rekopoku kwa agre for di brantem na me say ya wo ye ni de enkoyi enti de afenyu marking de tudwa.
Having said that, let me add my voice to my respected colleague, the Honorable Anodompre of Nsawoma Adwejiri, who is also the Chief Whip for our side, in commending our friends, congratulating Dr. Kessben Atuba Forson on his nomination to that enviable position as Finance Minister. Dr. Dominic Ayene of the Academia Stock has also been elevated, having previously served as a Deputy Minister for that enclave he is going back into. And my own respected colleague, John Jinapo, he performed creditably whilst in minority. He held our feet to the fire and he gave us heavy punches. So, Mr. Speaker, it's quite obvious that he's earned it. And again, I just also would want to add to Dr. Forson's credentials and also to the young ones. On Tuesday, whilst we were on the days, he made a comment, and I would want, without his leave, put it out, that some 16 years ago, he was a backbencher, and today, he's a leader on his side. To the young ones, again and again, from this side and behind me, your day will come. He was a young man who could not be recognized, and he was just behind. After patience and industry, and loyalty to a cause has put him there. And you should emulate his hard work. So if you don't get nominated, don't be disappointed. On a very serious note, wherever you are placed, do the best you can. And one day, it will get to your turn. Mr. Speaker, having made those important points, let me also express some few observations. One, in the 8th Parliament, under President Akufo-Addo, Right Honorable Speaker made an observation, very profound, that matters Right Honorable Speaker observed that communications to the House must first be known to the House before it gets into the media. This House should not be a secondary recipient of that which is its bona fide. I do not appreciate the fact that a statement will be issued when Parliament has not already received the communication. Parliament should be the first to receive the communication before it gets out into the media. And that was the position taken by Right Honorable Speaker. So I would want to draw attention of the executive to this matter, especially when the acting spokesperson of the executive is one of our own, my own respected colleague, Felix Ofozu-Kwakye, very, very resilient guy. He doesn't fall easily. He knows his stuff, and he knows what he's about when he's doing his politics. I respect him for that. Mr. Speaker, the second observation is the fact that the second observation is the fact that when the names were read out by Mr. Speaker, he read out only 3 names: the finance minister designate, the energy minister designate, and the attorney general and minister of justice designate. Mr. Speaker, this thought appointment is unacceptable. When are the rate of the ministers? You must be ready. We want to hear Wofa Kofi Appiah. We want to hear a Greek. We want to hear a Greek ministry.
In Samoa, minority leader Honorable Alexander Fenyuma or they two just say it didn't brantem na tot nipan miensa na abasa de eyache 24-hour economy tinema encontem Abu Jinapo John Jinapo one for say ebusuemi no omudi on the lighter note, Samuel Abu Jinapo, the immediate past Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, John Abdullahi Jinapo, Minister for Energy. So that family is never in opposition. I was therefore doing channel test line is 0551 599 933 to be shown on the screen. 0551 599 933. We're doing trade. There will be an February. Now you know home come and there and you marry. And when you fall about we and you marry, you know more AD Jumain, now you tea or more so the worker and there. So a Dr. Wofa Appiah, or a chairman MPP NDC Amankudium tenure war a figure Kwabre South NDC or say lecturer LK Suapomo or in chain Sana Yera Ishak Che Brobe or non strategic communicator Edema NPP or say lecturer Kumasi Technical University on the Jumedi so him say Unimus pass or ta etin casson lawyer Edijuma Hodwina. Dr. Akwaba. Happy New Year, so.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, put me a day. Nyamiadom, eh. Yet to a banana or buy a tour baby, them say, you who fiada.
Yeah, that's true. It is not bring a crowd, at least that was it to me. One more day, I home a crowd. Never bring a crowd, Muntina. I was here, home, and I really ain't so no. Well, when him say, Yamia Dominic Ghana for Domia in Kunudia, a buy, no. That was it to me, and the party man, a ding combo. Na bibia eto din senebea towards the inauguration near the nyina no itimi no manfo no zukasa na goodwill agana for the actually no so no yema won ani so nti as usual you say had here high efficacy ma den ya be san ba and then e dia be pia
enkonim die na buy no how did you get it na munim so be wini na imagine so the winning you know I want to say
no kwasama e wo mu ne say ndisi ni bia obeka no kra che no beka che so ni nim si e be wini na margin ni mu die yensusu da
bi share monkom kra ka mu nyini
me mu die obi share me nkom say personally na me analysis ne ade me demographer antina me nim say we're looking around between 51 and maximum 53%. Me personally who am making. But we share kwanya Ghana for so chere odo strong e chere trust confidence e wo NDC ne president mama munu e chere ade ba akopɛ e chere se na owura kufu ado amemu no ya amemu a na ode ahokyere ene abenedie kɛseɛ aba bedua Ghana for so nanso na omanfo ni nya kwanya na ontumi nka in simple broni because say Ghanaians were being overburdened but they had no avenue to express it and you know I say who mframa egu balloon na uhu ni kakran na balloon no na yekese edru ba bi na afi balloon na homete a but ya pom na apai sa na see ye and you know agi pom no na say 57% plus and no person mo break 8 ade no so no 38 yes sir and omonya 88 nti 30
official
38 official 38 and omonya MPs no say 88 nti all 8 be 8 person break 8 nti 38 88 ni nyina nzi 88 and breaking the 80 okay. Every 8 be 8 nti mo break 8 na
38 them say we don't like a carbon so far you see update figures no we can say so at about 38
oh na za we valid vote cast ni ade na wa bit ma ke carbon no calculation no
okay
and
right the inauguration ceremony course no how did you see
ade ba ko e da strong ko e inauguration ceremony no at the very setup of the inauguration ceremony we stand ogwe ne mpanyimfo e bo a e ma chese organization nankasa ya na me peno say yen compare anyway but me shede nya bre koje bre kohwe obra mampanye kufuado ewene ye no sibia event nankasa event planning no chese na compare the see na it was very superb chese na nhye no bibia me ameko hobi
okay
nti no ayade ba ko aye bo ora na abaso standogwe ne mpanyimfo very superb fantastic and I hwe wona aka nso a omobo adwumadie ni nyina no well planned na the sama na ye strong kra no ye eye amampanyi ahodo a esa gracie occasion no e chere mampanyi mahama ne standing within the Committee of Nations and within the ECOWAS and the African region no sibia ne bobre ne sibia mampanyi aka no ehu no fa e chere odosro nkonso a ye international relations ye ne amana aka no enkita hodie nso omana aka no sibia why wona adwene se woni Ghana e ba beto kese ye nua no ma wo Burkina wo hwe mampanyi a oba ye a na chese ye nua no ma wo se na within the ECOWAS region no wa wonim se it esiye nanso wode ne onyam sronko nso e be techri ma na ye fe
etuo na na ebo na ta so amanfo ka ho asem
etuo no de amanfo ka ho asem a megidi se security architecture no certainly omunya briefing okay. Certainly on say on your friend dey be signage ne ye as a military leader no na ade a na chance de both ne atade no ne tuo no nyinaa ɛna ɛnam sɛ ne mampanyi a wadie no ECOWAS region na nkasa kra no nsensem bi wɔ ho ne ade ne nti no megye die sɛ wɔne security arrangement no ɛkasa sɛ mɛba de a ɛne na me costume ne me bibi ɛka me ho no munyintum sei sɛ mɛba enti ɛyɛ ade a na nya ade bi a ɛboro so a sɛdeɛ Ghana yɛn security sɛm ne yɛn na policefoɔ sojafoɔ ne ɔmu nyinaa ɛwɔ hɔ no menyine yɛ sɛ nka ɔmbɛgyaa ne sɛ kwataa saa sɛ ɔmmra baabi a deɛ mate ne bi kora sɛ na ɛyɛ there were no bullet and I say but a signature said I say on my coat of arms and a representing to no the signet as a military leader Burkina no and no let me say na effect in fact or sorry yeah walk on just say on mining boy and some
neighbor was say no Burkina
sanity and on the area anymore say Ghana ura abebi John Dramani Mahama eba be ye na waye amana broso na Ghana so obi abedi di peche
ra say epe Dr. Christopher Appiah mamiko eshiko Rapidly akwaba
yeah
happy new year
happy new year to you too
na won pomi ede
kakra na so e
nyame adom
good
oda say to aba we ye no wedding komo kakra but ye hear so far transition team inauguration course so
yeah
and I know brother no how did you see it
yo many amedase mencha doctor and share a couple of platforms na yencha monso so monimo team na min come persia so sita kwa mai be poso chama de hye nyina anwumre no kre na de pesa meti free ho kakra na maba inauguration no ase ne se as many doctor reflect on your democratic system my Ghana ye kabiman kabino as titru enim defo ye hwena ye hwehwe ye niema yie na yema oman no ekon edo na edom no edi omo adwene nyina ekosi so se ye no ne hwehwe a ebeboa yen na afi ye tuanamo a ebema ehwem abam na amfa nkwa nkɔwie ye bɔne me kan sa na menyina so ne sɛ yes his excellency John Mahama enya overwhelming victory 56 point something percent meboa
yeah
nemum ni vote a wonyan 4 years ago 6.2 million or cost by about 115,000 votes. Abra or mino ye electoral register no a move from around or friend is saying 17 million, just about 17 million to 18.7 million. I want to center on no victory no in figure no. It is not good for this country. 18.7 million electoral register. Yet me who say a mine or mine no more than 1/3. Ah, nyena dwene say obeko poll kra akokotwa. As a matter of fact, President Mahama votes and then another Danko Akufo-Addo vote 2020 na ye over 13 million. It was over 13 million. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia any year John Mahama barely 11 million.
yeah
And as much I'm so what woman in aka ho a yantimi register 11.5 million. Yantimi yeah, what the other sneak yantimi register what friend is saying 11.5. It's about 11.2 11.3 million. It's scary. And we
that reflected in the voter turnout of 60.9.
yeah,
see that.
you know, abra baako no 2020 no yenya almost 80%.
79.
It's about 79 point something, almost 80%. It's worrying. And that's my first point.
Is it not because Ghana for Abemu Buo?
And that a me twi ye manwesem no me twi ye nyina adwen ayden akokosi so. Say me wo 6.2 million at the Lusui election 2020. Ne menya 6.3 million at the winning landslider. Amanso yenya manwesem na nyehwam. I commend NDC for so omo yire womo ma womo nkrofo kokoto aban. Na MPP from 2020 no yen vote so atiaba be say 2.1 million.
The Kamanya be crying, Kadada no momentum.
And the government any dada no crown so ti be say 200,000 300,000 grand and go win enti ye wadwuma ye wadwuma ye. Na me perceive me di we say no a set general scope no na me twe no no free mu na fe me be gina yen ye ho so ye de wadwuma ye and wadwuma no so ya hyase so and that's my first point. The second point about the democracy no any the way NDC for mabuno e be ede or friend is saying to me be a show woman sem say no. And then now, Kumasi sports stadium, and ye 2 or more offices. The personal effects ground person betam. Say, and yet transitional period. Say, the Nekufuado Neteso was me back on ye Rajon Mahama Diano Baye, na Yashani Edi 2 min Ashanensa. Debbie says it Ashanensa. And on also no when you cut off or your cotodada winning park and also city is ball no dada. So inti yes say yen get your hands on this. It's getting worrying. Harding pa na ye. Then the inauguration and the military leader. Francophone West Africa, Niger, Burkina, any woman keke ho no ni coup d'etat ne eba no ese ECOWAS etimi bomodian timi original na ye bomodian na se kabima min kabini ne ye adwuma ese ye di adwuma. Yes, I agree. Say ye offend saying Ivory Coast, Togo, because I mean who say Ira Nyasingbe Yade Manso Junior and so no so ebai and son Burkina Traore and Zobaye and man who Ivorian leader man who Ivorian maybe or the envoy been a member. Thank you. So one dear so a military leader crana a obi say unavoidable. As I say we had we inauguration the baby. Nanka Benjamin kwa anka do military leader kwa maybe. Say kwa na sa culture democratic culture no yabo modern because obetena so ache. And this one no person will contest as a civilian government. Esese wotimi edi constitutional system bi mra ekwansu bi ebeto hot se de ye Rachama Rawlings eye no. Na yedi to me
11 years thereabouts.
I agree. Na yebo modern yesesa no. Na yetimi di to me no emma omanfo no dan say bakofo tuota na ehya na taso na idea yeah no fe say na shoot tuota na ehya na taso yen Ghana there we don't want this picture. This kind of picture no Ghana de yatra yem pese ye di we be kire ye pe de President Mahama fa so a wa winning bi de che ye pe de adodanko akufo ado fa so a wa winning ye ni bi Professor Mills fa so a winning ye ni bi John Kufuor fa so a wa winning ye ni bi. That is what we want. And the no near picture ye pese ye show e de kire man for. Beyond that if you say I agree. Say one more share event no teacher said ye one more yeah, warm Potacasam settings or more decorations, CCC ho, and this Aniamano, the Rajon Mahama, Nata, dear, or share ye, na hofa, dear no so, no near, dear no so, no, any background, no, idea, nefe, I mean, Yadia having. But, baby, I'm event be a mecobiano. Adia me concentrate me effort pa. Eye asemwa nipa kro or the tuja. Potokasem was a speech. Na enyemra yen be tasi enyema no mako na ya doso no ene evise o se de ensam camera no ani oyobre no be den eba betoa so aha na oyobre no eba betoa so a ene na afi ye de toto ensan kan ho nyesa aha na ye ne mom no ye expect say number 1 tawantawa ewo man mu titru ahen semwa eno na di ntokwa eba meka na me de call Upper East region ye boku no mo ensensem no ya dia in conflict issues no ya dia e pese obomodia se obisia no adodan kwakufu adobomodia e ma dabon nso nyunu egu so e ma sumdue eden e ba ho e chede na nso so itimi etwai nanka ono no penso nso so yenhunu se anka ye no nso so abomodia na etwa wo hwe oman no ya pomudin mu afei okasafa se oman no titru kwan ya ye fa so a ye bu man no nso so no ye be so na ye fa kwan papa so ne di ebu man no wo de na ni hwe oman na sikasam ene ekwan a e be fa so a ye be siesie you know oman no sikasam amano agina ayepeye. One thing also touched my heart in his speech. Abra concentrating the effort the vice president. Yeah. The first female vice president. Oba wudi kan ewo man Ghana ya bakosem mfie adie sia enwotwe kakra bi ne edu mfie adie sia enwotwe as oman na afeni yenya oba wudi kan a wabe number 2 as a president ni ho a ono na owo ho enkoma na ehwam mani bi edikan chief justice aba ye fan you know justice of the supreme court crown so dia ye no so you know bebrebe ewo ho speaker of parliament aba na samria ya senya female or friend is saying vice president and it's also heartwarming emma ye mama ya wo mo so etimi hwe say ni pa no so hu say so yire no ho ono so no obetimi edrubabi enti we nsemfu akakra bi a me kanfa inauguration ho any amedase.
Well, as a shake, now if you move on to matters arising after the inauguration. Okay. First one, quickly, you have 2 minutes being here, ministerial appointment. No. All right. So the 60 ministers. Yes. And I shake, Mr. Simfloso. Good. First batch in the part 3. Near him at least bear 20 days. Ibenya. Good. Part 3 penna obomeding. Kislato Forsen for finance, John Rapport for energy, and Dominic Ayene for attorney general. Of course, when they can interim national security coordinators be yes, I can make us say national security minister is again Oboni Din Kane, or you can a team our mobile coordinating national security. No, but how do you see the appointments?
Many of that say appointment.
But before so be corona, was I can say he will disappoint a lot of people because the deepest will see happen.
Minia a drum pampenso a yesu anywhere. I mean, Dr. Tiwana make a kind of force. Yesu anywhere. me took a year of friend saying kwabre madru
Aye. Uko he na sisi
Ah, madru.
Wako fele o tank na nko aba.
madru mbacha what you say yes yenya tamfo o ye NDC mimi ye MPP yenya tamfo won de me chana say wala sa bebi o da bia me boni din is the NDC Ashanti region
Waye dwumo.
Titru regional chairman mo friend saying Nana Kwesi o boy ahoba say afija kwa afija secretary die o de ne ko ho say ensia friends of wala sabi bi enya dia ye bema wo ho atɔ e wa Ashanti region eno kra ba ko pɛ hwɛ onim na near fee madna dwena we are very sharp yeah walk cry yeah travel within the city heading
Very.
papa nika and so only be dikan with studio hwɛ en komona ye die no mem dia me mama nyoko ze die apati ye nkofo awon ankoto aba no 2.1 million
Nyamungwa for nantu.
no what dia imo dia nya visible na ye dia ne dia de kan ye mo dia me chana say na mo hwɛ na de to yen no ebi ama beto mo me de he Kessben to force John Abdullah Jinapo Dominica Yunio Dr. Nyebia me fize me no makoma mo beto me achen mo. Having said that enipa on be disappointed no me sure say back here Isaac Adongo.
Sir. Oh, what when your deputy?
I don't want to
Deputy Minister of Finance. I don't go back to me.
Adongo say over here kind of de facto shadow of anything finance minister.
On the finance committee.
You know, I just say, tell me, only a man crying on Chamo Mudubamia. And then who now the war now.
That's having over 3.
Very tight.
So on the man,
Me see.
5%.
Ohine,
5%.
you're very tight. Appointment is 16. Oh, you don't know.
They say demonstrations a bebano.
Me see, you don't know.
Demonstrations a bebano.
My mentor document. 23 cabinet ministers, constitutional, or minor emrapono, yeah, 22. Sorry, 23. 16 regional ministers. On certain community, no.
Oh my dear, we to your cousin, 80
23, don't worry. 23. Cabinet is 19.
Yeah.
And away say 16.
Yeah.
Now saying 30 saying.
Who the Kawasam?
Now 35.
As is here, I'm content in
35.
Naka 25.
Naka 25.
Gender, beba.
I don't know, very tight.
And 183 MPs no will be a requirement say.
And Tinyang was a base 63 and run and the woman called parliament. One call, lobby. Man can ask some. Say,
we are micro minority.
There's nothing like my micro. Yeah, there's nothing like micro.
That in the opinion so petty.
Many more didn't come watch. Say, table na day. At 10, Montias is at 10. Mon Casate say, is it 2 men? Mon I day.
Cramo.
Well, Minia Penny of friend is saying, oh, no communicator, I mean, turn call a platform pa. What did you do, Baba? There be Yuzuba. You do, Baba. Me turn the
PV
Jantua. PV Jantua, now Casa was Isaac, wouldn't be. Dear, dominating in us. Huh? Or no, on your check. You're not dominating on your check. When I see but you were mammo. Media, I'm not going to attack so soon.
Okay.
No, we will discuss the issues. we examine the issues. Yebe ba mu yebe kan ho asem yebe nemum attack party enyenemre ni.
Right.
Enti me ka say azigadongo. So wan hwe
That's one Azikadongo.
Azikadongo has said a lot on the economic front now. At the time, Parliament, Eddie Harry Maguire, compared Dr. Baumia.
You know,
and
so
it seems as a finance idiot.
there are additional compelling areas and also as part of the cabinet. But Mekai, Mekai, don't worry, Mekai. And are very tight.
Okay.
Okay. Dominic Anyene and
an astute academician from our area.
And Jinapo. You remember energy side. Into Jinapo, no details are me person make kahwasem no. Me de beto.
Okay.
Omungina no mu ye deputy. And as I say, omo akwakoye substantive ministers. And enya de for so ma omo ye deputy na ye sector no na ye do omo echo. Baby yeah, announcement we are by HRS say enya dia ye nyahunu ministry no de all kekabom. E ba cho what you say. Say no 3 year by it's very important observation we need to put out there. If we say ne first term no John Mahama first term no what they about 86 ministers na year
83 or so, yeah, I think.
No, it was about 85 ministers. Okay. Say what the 60. It just say emu mako bese 25 or 26 emma.
Yeah, but not to cut it short, there were deputy ministers. 10 of them would technically be out.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
So that will
Maybe. Because say 60 no, it include deputy ministers.
And because at the time, no.
Me can say that time no include deputy ministers.
No, there will be no deputy.
Your mama me can so deputy regional ministers or me can.
No, say when him.
It will lead to
say and come on idea no. And come on idea. And come on idea no. And they say we deputy ministers no cry free more. My dream say anhwe ya ministry being kambomu ebetimi aba.
Oh, there'll be a major ministry.
But what you say? And son what me achieve 60 ministers no, including deputy ministers. Son what me achieve.
Yeah, for the sector ministers some
so enti ningina ya niema ese say ya di adwene you know ekoho ne ehwe say you know say na AC akobat me di AC form no. Minority leader, lawyer Afenyoma can say ye be who list be say nipa smesi ana obenten ye appointing no as a parliament ni who ade first.
Yeah.
I mean sure say Felix some from Zulu in the kan am say going forward no or the befa parliament and son akwakoto abonten I think say very important. And also very important who here say you John Mahama asan si subiem say aduesia no a okan ye no a na odi eye adwuma efri say nkomo na ma ye di kan hyase no esese ye amanyo sem no ye ma nsem a ye petumi ye kan ye ebia eninyina so mponti na obi edigina so de kokoto aba na wo weni wie na osesa wano a na afi ahyase na ama interests aniji amanfo wo se wo no be sorry waka no akọ polling station no akokoto aba no obehwin na
okay.
Because size of government has always been a concern. Especially under yenya pension no there size of government you know it drew point to be an he even came down from 123 Mia. Oh, send me mail almost. So we need to make
right, doc.
Mimi dia sanga mimi dia na nke ba na atoafa.
Right, check with that say.
Yes, me that say.
What's going to say?
Yeah, my nyante ho ba akomi bi. Once I hwe abato e to ye na. Edikan no I think voter turnout is 60.9. But when you the edikan you.
Okay.
The lowest was 1992, 93.
Okay.
We got I think somewhere around 50.2. 50.2, very, very low.
But it was an election. Yeah, the district assembly voters register.
But the first within the fourth Republican. And the bill no here. Mpembe no 8-year cycle no beba 10 out is ever from. I think the only exception here 2016. And an outlier.
Yeah.
Because I think 2008 69.52.
2008 you're saying
2018 is 69.52.
69.
Then in 2000 we got 61.74. And the president for the baby.
That way it was rising.
It was rising. It was rising from initial one there saying 52, right?
But we got a higher percentage in 96 as compared to in 2000.
Okay.
In 2000 there was a low voter percentage. Almost any way 60.9 and 61. And also here 61.74, which is 62. And there was 1 percentage point difference.
And it went against the incumbent.
And then America said,
turnout.
ABR goes against the incumbent. The only outlier
2016. Higher turnout.
But
and yet the incumbent lost. Okay. And you know, that is the other analysis are senior editor and person addressing the issue of President Mama vote unyaye. Or compare 2020 6.2 million and then 2024 6.3. My next 900,000 votes as at the time it was not declared. Yes. 9 constituencies now easy and fan count. Easy nika say total vote near around 900,000. It is all running a simple analysis of the same 61% turnout now. That will give us around 550,000 votes. Now we're calculating a year 56.7% of that vote. That will give us around 348,000 of that. So how do you know? It means a net gain of President Mahama is around 450,000.
Okay.
Net gain, and yet difference na making you. Because difference in here, what they President Mahama they can hold, what they Vice President Bamia they as well can. But me can vote gain no. And it is out 6.2 no. Because he will be getting around minimum of 6.5, 6.55. Almost close to 300,000 to 450,000.
We will check the.
But you see, the final figures are reported by
the final figures.
Final figures
issue and it's on their website.
All the nine.
Get that gazetted results or the account. But that results, you have to get that one.
Okay, you get me that result.
Yeah.
Presidential on fan 9 in Anka.
Say now say 2020.
No, see 9 on fan.
Oh, okay. So say the archive of friend is saying Abrikunam
parliamentary.
All right. So that's just by the way. Many can say President Mama Enshana Boko conflicts and any other place. Yes,
I'm talking about the inauguration.
Yeah, he's committed to it and he's going to do it.
Conflict issues.
Conflict issues. And he's very much committed to it. Not just Boko, but the Kusao area. Demonstrative willingness and say sono and Ekoso in the Nana Ado at Baim President Nana Ado Baim. They weren't happy with it. Mijay said President Mama has demonstrated by way of the campaign near Adiokoe, Kasa or Kasa Chiro Mono, say he's committed to ensuring say both the various insurgents getting Kitty war hono obey to me address. Mijay said the issue of senior media nominees are out no and the media for more media interception of documented. I agree with you in principle when you say else and kind floor of parliament. That's the practice. But the point and the media now be so sophisticated. Senior wahaya no media working. Quite your first one be picking information near there. Every grab her name free presidential aid or the senior fellows for go. Maybe we are going to but Ube answer quickly how they get their intel. You'll be surprised.
Me chat me MP. And also, I feel the speaker already.
So you see,
I had it already. He just has to pass his phone.
Document. the timing of the ministerial nominations now, President Mama Ayano, actually his resilience. Is in 2017. Now that on the first cabinet, the first appointees, he made the list on the 11th of January, 2017.
Okay.
There were 13 appointees. So President Mama is 2 days ahead of him.
Okay.
Except that
making 11.
He's
This
not
one
new.
making 3.
He's not new to the role.
he's not new to the role. But Nanado at the time was not new to the political landscape.
No, it's not the same.
We're deep by BBH or party.
It's not the same.
But the point they say, why inauguration on the 7th? At the action
2 days.
2 days, the next day now. Or the other. And he's committed to ensuring, say, 60 minutes, you know, because I'm saying, the casa or casa cross our kind. 60 minutes. And the disappointment in the end. Disappointment in the end. People may be disappointed. And to me, I may be hey, Obama didn't say minister, many budget. But, and yeah, dear, me, my so fixated, say, Chinchine, what's a mammy minister.
Okay.
Median say, Robin, met me a play, and this in Ibia, we are qualified now, so bet me. Baby, I want to Pentecost move a pencil, a coil, or a friend of brighten the corner where you are. Baby, I want to once a day and I bet me a year. Policy back on me share him because him say I was the first person to do the cost estimate of that policy. The no fee stress. Me policy I just say one of the baby already will be so kasa mesaka ho asem enti me de edamakoma so and na me no high crime tia say na school fees me di wonko university manya admissions chairman ye be den na o ye me dey chairman menya
this year now.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Hey, you the next year.
Oh, hit the ground running.
Send the any nka
Okay.
Into obi on any omunko akotie obeyende. There will certainly be a way out.
Okay.
Because me are sure say finance minister no ready budget now. Obey detail process no. Say me podi me gidi say e ho be hia kra say the admitted students no. President Mama any finance ministry no ebe allocation dia mo na ye be credit to account no towards the subsequent year na me gidi say ya was here.
Right.
But that's and President Mama has hit the ground running saying say enya afa na excuses bia we are taking things right from the scratch.
Me gidi say nipa miensa o mampani abom de no mu nyina are capable of doing the job.
Yeah.
So kind Dr. Kilsalato Forsen, the profiler, who say I pass it through the mail.
Yeah.
He has master's degree in finance, master's degree in taxation, master's degree in economics, PhD in business management.
Yeah, he's KNUST trained.
I say.
Or he KNUST trained.
KNUST na fi akogigi so aka ho.
Oxford.
Oba John Jinapa. Also no let me name say or also an impressive profile.
Yeah.
But I read it and I saw say well in the area of energy.
Dominic,
the least said about him, the better, because he's an astute academician. And then back when say lawyers in title Dr. Yusuf. Because I say engineers, no, I'm not engineer now saying anymore. There are so many doctors in law, Omun Yusuf, but he is a doctor of law or PhD in law, or lecture law or university. Why deputy attorney general paying. We know any part, he is a Jumano, me aye, but I got on a form in TFSia. And my message is all right. Okay. Since good evening. Okay. It's a good evening, Mr. Host. My name is Frank from Achim Kede. Please tell Mr. Muhammad and his team to stop that hulabaloo and reset Ghana and the energy sector. You asked for presidency and you won. So what else do you want again? Former president told us that we have a lot of money and Ghana is not broke. No. Okay. I said, good evening, Uncle Kofi Appiah. I would like to know when the new administration will pay the academic fees for first year tertiary students. Universities across the country have begun the new academic year and they cannot remain silent. Kindly force Dr. Christopher to address this concern. Thank you. Good evening, Wofa Kofi. I'm a fan electrical, Sparkles Electrical Estate, Kumasi. I've witnessed many presidential inaugurations, but I must say the current one is the best so far, from the security to the arrangement of the diplomatic personalities and the costume of the president, which represent a real made-in-Ghana attire, coupled with the traditional symbolism. And I'm looking forward to a prosperous Ghana because we are all one people with a common goal. Teacher Kofi from Konongo, good evening to you and your esteemed panelists. Our democracy has gotten to a point where we need to intensify our civic education on the responsibility of Ghanaian citizens I see no reason why a responsible Ghanaian will not go to exercises or a franchise. What about no here, Massa? Because I lie. What the politicians won't try away. Hello, Happy New Year, my brother. What NDC did in the 8th Parliament, I believe that when you see what they are doing now, you can sense that they planned so many bad things in this election. But God turned it and he gave the presidency and the parliamentary and the speaker to them. You must pray for Muhammad. Otherwise, I say, good evening, Mr. Host. Mama should not do any hypocritical appointment. Reparation recover all loot oral should start from Dr. Opuni and Minister Su took double salary and claim all those money. Mama can never make any significant changes concerning his style of governance. Mama should forget about Thanksgiving service. It's needless, useless, because Ghana don't have money. People are in hardship. You are thinking of ways squandering Ghana's money through all useless things. Mama should forget about useless and hypocritical parochial interests. If they refuse to recover double salaries, I will forward to Supreme Court. Hey, Nana Fin Kaswa. And also the buyer, no. Good evening, Mr. Host and Honorable Evis Oseme Sadapa, MP for Afano Southwest Constituency. NDC will have a big problem under this appointment. Getting to Sir John, incoming MPP organizer for Afano Southwest Constituency. Okay, and also the area of the buyer, I don't know. This appointment, that are no dead match government, nothing new. STEM education and other new courses implemented by the old government are going to be abolished because NDC is a manual government from Danso in Zima is okay. So I say good evening, sir. Please, is Mr. Che trying to say that once someone speaks vehemently for his party, that person automatically must be given an appointment? I'm sorry to depart from his assertion. Habib Inteshimai. Kweku Baku intercepted documents and it wasn't worrisome. So why now? Journalism thrives on quality information regardless. And also they buy it and no. It says, okay, I heard President Mahama in his first speech complaining about COVID-19 and its effects globally. Honorable John Jinapo also complained about likely doom. So they shouldn't even start it. If you fail to deliver on your promises, thinking that it will allow you to complain, no way. The clock is ticking. 118 days more for the first set of promises. We are watching closely. Master Planner from King Tampo, Master Planner Junior, and so I don't know. Mr. Host, danger is looming. In your news at 6 a.m., you said America to be soon led by Donald Trump wants to overtake Greenland, Canada. Ghana has invited Burkina Faso to presidential inauguration. Asebeba Debi Abraham from Agona. Ghanaians are very serious. You don't want any excuses. E-levy betting tax must be scrapped as soon as possible. Baba Mama from Obwase. And I wait, Dr. Sheikh Brobin, the communication director, saw Tia. Was it tea? All right, therefore, keep your comments coming on 0551 599 0551 599 The Punch. In our Kessben television, so your DSTV channel 364, Go TV channel 12, and multi decode and also Facebook Live. Wait me, I think. After matters arising, you know, Suko. Yeah, Oman Penny Mama say there will be no doom so. But before I go there, my member we in Chem say, Mampeni Mahama, so he had a portrait here that evening. So no, was a canino, yet the more be contract. So when your Mampeni phony now government office be I ever been go say ho. Was in phony. This is assembly one when your ministries department yes, Ubia Quena over contract a move be as yet, then you distribute to Miramo, Ghana Niska. It take this picture and do it, frame it nicely, and put it in your office. Moa Monyamadi, Yemfama contract, so be a meji, now ya cronquay. Nemum, Mampenica assassin way no. And now, as I be to just saying, I may add watch now. National Thanksgiving Service. Cremofu in a Nquestia so National Thanksgiving Service, a Christopher in a UPSC. Said there will be the message by no, or see we so, and also yes, Cassay, yekobo ho ka anaso we de enye ka kesi bia nyame ne de ho hye ne nsa eno nti yetisim ne de nyame ase a fo so bia ni ho yemra na me sha se fi doctor so doc omampani say there will be no energy crisis situation about beto de oma behunu say fuel I was think wo na West Africa pipeline no e ba be shutting down 20th January I see we enough crude yeah the bitim their power thermal plants no na what committee omo yenhwimu among the reports abam say here e be postpone shutting down the Wapo pipeline for about 2 weeks now so Ghana for but say doom so emma education also said all kind of academic fees obetua e be review education comprehensively what a chance the enso about free SHS and so say aduane no ba ta bia oba ba but aduane no wonu say djuma no apemo and say you are capable of doing it
empemi ade ba ko president Mahama e ba yi no aba no kese pa ye ohenhan a Ghana for ho ahenhan won ability of the Ghanaian people to really be able to communicate their feelings kan no na e kamia kwaye say we de menka enka enchia no ase ye wo hini bia wo kasa sesi asem beto because me fa shots wona me fa me bra energy mu na da ben na fe de teacher from school for headmaster penyin for afi de omutimi e kasa se na aduane ni ho da ben oh no problem ni wo ho ka da me ba me ka kire mo se school no ye nyina free secondary school no ye ni je ho ye policy papa na emom no moma yenka ohawe ewo mu aduane a entimi nkwa a ye ma no kokko sakora ne ade a omudie baby ye du no enye complain say the mampanyi Mahama aka no nanso ebeye ya say conference of heads of certain schools munim say problems we wo ho okoka sisi ya ye betuna to kwankwa na it onka eno na adidi mu a da no mete say a PRO for the Education Ministry, and they say, Omutuyebi. And you come with all the way back to 2022. Yes. It be 2022, 2023. School for no headmaster for me, free near Omuntuya, and to what they make up a brenas over to Yabia. Eden Agaso down, you release Zikana Kramamo. Says he can't know Mudia Kotia, a cow, Monsoya day. Added dear, did I know say how about I oba Pescamano, Nedianiho, but Mampanyi Mahama say. Or by so solve problems. And the crazy man penny for the problems now what just said here, not Ghana for names and never honor. Say Bruce Webun Kami and Consul. Nanso. Modiaman on the day. Obey. It is a year secondary school, free senior high school at Diana, Aqua tree, as they say, headmaster and penny for a catch there. I will say, oh, bow, Bapis at Diana Mano. The Benny about them 2 days. About them 2 days, but I would say. And we be now that some Mampanyi Mahama na made aduane ho. It's about 2 days. 7 for near swear in and 9th. 2 days. Into me sure say bia the finance minister kra sign check. Because I feel the aboni di e kwa day. Ye ko vetting of parliament. It just 2 days. And it be say sa bosomi mu na na e transition team no mu no. Now omo fa ni pa adwuma ye ka omo ma appointment ni ade bebrebe a na ye ka say ade a mo ye nye no so ye na egusu wa ba mu na egusu wa ba mu de ade na enne ye mana won da ache ebetimi aboa ye no omo dua ne sem no wan hwe na wan procreate aduane no mate excuse ba ko say suppliers ne say aduane no omo suro say ye say be decentralizing no na we supplier of aduane na say when him say what supply na nkrata asem wo so supplier ebeda na aban na be ka se mintua obetua o sika ma na eba energy sem no a dum so sign maybe the entiansa maybe on so panyi Mahama experience na ade e ya ne se on se menua senior ekasa no o ka asem bi se no kwaredie wo amanyo sem mu aban ya twam na ade ba ko ode aboga na fompa na ya tro e wo amanyo sem mu one kind of credit in the credit Ghana for. Every NDC wa be ma ye free to 2016 no. On minor sector, energy sector, and a car near dear no. Na a 2.5 billion. $2.5 billion. Energy sector no. As I make a reference, another source on ASAP. And now many will say no. On minor energy sector, car ye dear no. As at the 9th 12 noon of 6 January 2025 no na mampanyi Akufo-Addo te se no 12.4 billion plus dollars. IPP for also independent power producers also to omoka when you ka toll debt kan just debt power producers be brave car we do man also to ya okay was so kenny ho na wo ye no katasumu mu aso kata and na shut down the energy sector no a shutting it down and a be also kwa na was enka web maintenance bi o cost in October. It didn't make say aban twa mu mampanyi Akufo-Addo ne owura ba me aban ne ya aban na won ni no krema Ghana for. Me can't say we are name ya because I'm dear. Say mpo ahunchina wo adi no krema Ghana for. Now was yes maintenance in October. No meaning so much maintenance now. There will be a total shutdown of the power plant. So you know what they did? Omo plead with the expert and technical people. They say, oh, mum ye and as mum ye maintenance no. Also omo de letter bi aba. Meaning so when you letter ni bi. I will explain say oh a energy ministry no na a plead say yen postpone
October to 20 during the transition team no Orojo Njina Poka say omoni president Akufo-Addo share no or assure omo say obo procure crude ye de be nane ye fango na ye enyinam sem no dey etimi agina so enti with the assurance ne mampanyi mahama was na ye enpo de na ye national security meeting no na mampanyi Akufo-Addo ne mahama nyina trim o assure. The question is say then the crude ye nim say I was a wutimi e procure na e beba be duru be na otwe mienu anasa na otwe miensa so no yam procure sa crude no mampanyi Akufo-Addo no roba me am procure sa crude na omo tete ya twen ye ema e be duru be bia ye duri but ni nyina echi no medical catch say Ghana for anto aba ma NDC say ye mra me blame game but e wo say ye ma Ghana for hunu abro media me say na me kan say ya abro e deliberate the course ni buapayo a course say na be ya oh in the first week no need 2 weeks no yen ka say oh yan ka say Mahama dey do so beba enti we ha opa ko MPP for communicators as far back the 4th abo apapon ne Facebook any mrantier communicators be brave but so say there is imminent doom so ni mampanyi Mahama cry and swear in omunim de no ma plane ayenti say o doom so ba besi say na be ya campaign narrative no mo kan ye no e betimi ayi dey abem so ya nka so oba doom so e besen aba but within the space of just 24 to 48 hours no mampanyi Mahama constitute team no constitute ye no so no nyame adom omo de niam agu akwa mu a me ne o ka say no omo timi ayi hyehyɛ ya eye the required crude na was heading ye de ebo ye nyinam nkane no ho ban no yetimi anya bia na ye ne eye wapko no so aka say maintenance no ba bia o sen kan ekɔ no so no o ma a few weeks enkwa ni mu kakra bi se na ebe ya o man na nyinam kane asem no eno so no ebetimi agina brane me that say Sheikh
oyine me that say sese enkomo no still menua okasa te se obi owo opposition
so we can say
and they say wow you won't mean tune yourself won't mean fa home free opposition emfa ma government
your power in 2 days
don't worry
it's where the abura
how na yentwa so okay na me check energy sector debt credible sources graphic online normally report on us often say 2.5 billion into the total debt no a was sector no so wo o sha the TN say the entire energy sector no offer you're running on credit. mean who we are say country a obekoso o din komo efa na nyina mu enkanea anas nyam ahoden ensem ho wonhunu ka ebi ne ho As a matter of fact, SSA or Diancy. I mean, that is why I not me person you winning 2024 abano. If you say Edimbonia yaji or debt restructuring, and in particular, energy sector debt. Some go no go back to yan coming hundi obeka. Oh yes, it's true. When I say a debt restructuring, the final part, energy sector debt. Not less than $6.6 billion is off because of energy sector debt restructuring. And I'm confident what I'm talking about. If it's at least, I was part of the meeting at African Regent Hotel. But what you say? Na akatu, I'm say a car power any asogli. Nansen year before see be asogli any government every year womutie. And another energy sector debt savings of over $6 billion. It's about $7 billion. Off. We've taken tough, difficult decisions. Number three. And Mamma, obedi home for so. And don't go there. Who cause look, me see my restraining myself from attack. And keep me that way. Because time I beba. Who cause him? John Mahama cause him. That's why I said I don't want to go there. The biggest opportunity you nyaye, on a pencil. Say ye bemba ye energy mix no. Yako baby to say what friend is saying solar. No, I been with President Mills. 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012 Obey acting president. Then 2013, 14, 15, 16, and so on. And he said, "The papa could handy over Emma Ubiano. Who ye energy assessment na? Na say who say? I'm ready anymore. I want you know, and can you answer? And yet, wait me, Eddie Huangro. I could for to buy and why ye power purchase agreement over 44 power purchase agreements. World Bank Akachra will say, hey, baby, I will come here. Ahinkra Committee, go and read Ahinkra Committee's report. And caution the then finance minister said, hey, Seth, be careful. Said here, Mwasia saying, power purchase agreements, sabim producer, basabasano. Eba bedroom pempensobia the way a sector no ebe minimum so one ya untimi insiano. And set up a Hinkra committee to go into it. A Hinkra committee ekohwehwe mu no si asemaba. One more recommendations no eka be na do dankwa kufa do be follow here. Yanunti dia a contractor na one animal na enko durachi no the protocol some on friend of memorandum of understanding no ya need ye tuning na aguye afei ye ko negotiate energy sector power purchase agreements when you negotiating na e maka no ba form. And finally ebi wo ho a ye twam ne ye a ye twamu and sana ebi wo ho so a ye twamu a judgment debt achi yen. And so doc, let us be very serious about this discussion. President Mahama Nesenko di ko solar.
Take me to Asia.
Yes.
Not just say energy crisis no.
Yes.
Energy mix about we far so many power plants near the buyer take or pay near the bay mono and they accumulate is our debts no mine.
Just say what you know to even your electricity bill you try and we feel grand and you can keep piasa.
But I'm also stressed.
But what you say?
Also,
me coming go home. Now who can send who cause some?
Shake. I'm also stressed.
Who can send who cause some? Yes, the man call. Me, I'm not ready for this. I person me restore me save me.
Yeah, you can save the energy.
Me argument energy. for you. A bra, mo budget ahead about 12
Okay.
somewhere in April. That is where the conversation is, will go on. But many what here now ko busa question. Now who cause them? Why they call for ya? What you go wrong territory?
Because we brought excellence.
That is another bizarre.
We
point.
brought excellence.
You see, listen. What call for betum? Energy sector levy. Poto Kessben, ewo disbursement formula. Ekwanya ye faso a ye chim. Ye che. 68% eye energy and power generation and infrastructure support account. A whooping 68%. Only 32% and you go for liability management. What you also be doing community here? Excuse me for my words. What is the common sense in it? Say, oh, me boka biato, me minim say me boka biato, nemo me happy baby a menyes freedom media tiakan.
And yet you are standing it.
Please. The energy sector levy was not sufficient policy to address our energy sector.
Shake even say almost accuse me say
Yeah.
More time no more train ya ma said the nanka say ye bia no ye energy mix no ye expanded capacity no ye try that no more ma time ye beto dum so no ne here all this large pool and sana
it's not
why we got
it's not correct.
Okay.
My catcher will say you buy no cry no na. You see, take or pay now me and say the next year. On that it hono. A drew bronya brainy papa mo total in my as well, Kwame when you intend them.
me atoni abubano
Engineer near top,
but the MPP also did take or pay.
Nyabutre.
It's on record.
Nyabutre. Was it?
The MPP also did take or pay.
Oh,
They
I
said
have
take
not
or pay
said so. I've not said
Tie.
Me can't say a biama. That's not the argument. But who power purchase agreements now? The net you say. Yen kwada brim ye total de ama yes wo kwame wonyini tentem. Enti yen to de ebno ho be ye pesamre. Ti ye to de wo benyini ababeto. Na said ye wo besi ama na ye bola said ye sika no asifa no. E kwasem ne ye ka. Hwe se ye say ye wo 3,800 megawatts. Ye no ye our friend is a peak
capacity,
peak consumption.
Install capacity more than that.
Between 3,600 to 3,800. Yeninti say na ubenya excess capacity. And ke bi kura ubetimi the best 200 and I said 300.
No, but the expert,
How could we have
Yeah.
I
I have also listened to the experts. I'm not talking out of what the experts say. What you say? Me say, said ye no si buy. Ne no. Afibia ube grow into. I don't know I show no. And that is the course. But a buy ways so edi become. What you say? As a matter of fact, a view of agreement ni bi wo kra yen and ye besin san ye. Na bia na mo no mo aduro no. Na nya de a utwam aye den. So what you say? And where you call energy or friend is saying one more website it's there. But what you say? And the American say my major concern is about the choice, the options, the thermal option. Until I do call 2009, I will take you over now. If you say, necessary, Mudiye fa solar, and I have to be very clear with you. Say no, ye wo the free so mu air banner ye the titwani ye kasa kosombo no, but the hydro no your pon ewo a bui eka. It gives us roughly about 1,500 megawatts. Now, say ultimate my solar before Adodankwa Akufo-Addo for because Adodankwa Akufo-Addo there. Now say no, you need to manage. As I say, kra baby a mo de tema no ebebeto ye no. As I kra you couldn't have come na you know emrani eni ho ete say the President Mahama ni yura nyabotre President Mahama any President of friend saying Mills you have the scope, you have now was emrani to do that. Where the mumu di kind edi woman no akwako she tema no enye nansan ya ane ni Amerifo wie ya ye de plant no ebe Kumasi
Ameri na mu demonize ni
nyabotre those are different party nyabotre no those are different issues but what you say enti afa no on say Ameri no ye no ma kwam na kwakosi enti a che wo di adwenfo fa dwenfo frafa ho a wutumi ye den e fa mane ye enti mumu de ne de na mo adi kan akyekire adodanko akufu adonsa against the tema. What I'm saying is that what's who cause am you miss the greatest opportunity.
No, but
let me land. You miss the greatest opportunity. So sa time no nanka modi kowura solar na e no abeka part of your energy mix.
Akufo didn't have the time for solar.
Me say ono ne pencil mo de tema na ba manabuso. Dia wo ye ka ho asemi gas uhia gas to power uhia gas no free wa
he could have done the solar
uhia light crude and all of that. So the American say when you ask me a question na who cause am me say NDC2 cause am.
Okay, wait I say.
What you say? Maminka, because because oh yeah, a lot of a lot, and then there was also education part also handle
the major issue has to do with say did the MPP government now air outgo no? Did they procure the necessary gas and the necessary requirement? A bit mama light in the Jinas one. Did they do it? And the answer is no.
You see, because
only question is
you see,
I don't know this answer. Requirement, you know, Mampenya Kufuadwa walk out with him say, and what's why yes, I no, oh yeah, na Debbie, the toss of you. Ebra na was a web maintenance near the idea na was ye no. I will be him says October 2024. Na was ye no. A dear party in the Ministry of Energy yes so Debbie Montreal Common Enquire 2025. Bra munim say idea no so no. A bra was ye maintenance and I'm see a kotwa benti. Omnum says yes idea na. Eba kokko agotia by because doom so ebeba. Enti na ya idea omnum say problem no wo. And the issue of energy mix and solar. And this in Yemfia Motre, Mampenny, and this one, and I send this to 2009 to 2016. Enfia Motre, MPP in Subenya and Fia Motre, it is another person energy mix. Now this solar bar, the NSC won't quite. Openika said, and a purchasing agreement near the Musumba Mube sign the same idea than number sign. America number extended contract, no. Idea number see, no. Mo, Ura, Miami senior doctor, the Coradonco. Yet demonizing no. Ewo krum ha ewo Mary ho ba enye no mko fa Mr. Addison committee no call UAE no call hwemu ni ade a e kire kra no ye sign on sign standing no so e ade bi a mimi gidi ye say MPP in particular problem we ya anka omo be create doom so no dia be hye orama mahama kon sane ye be ya obi ya be gas oh yanka my last submission is say energy sector recovery levy, no. The whole structure of it was that by 2023, no, Nenka, we would have had what we call the energy sector. Sikasima Obia would have balanced. That was the structure. And I'm buying this. I'm going to buy the for one friend to ya a canana and that hono. No, I stand in Umpo.
All right.
There's a something.
Kofi. Also, Kasa. Nyabutre.
Sheikh Mama Joria, so I mean, Tino.
Oh, no.
Where I'm allowing. You see, and come on, I did. So, we interject here. Now, Ubusa Kusa.
Sheikh Flo.
Nyabutre. It will lead you to something else. Okay? 2024, November. Adodanko Akufo-Addo, through the finance minister, So or the budget parliament. Whoa. Through mu speaker Bagbeng. Instruction from Momo party. Say Mumbai Court of Parliament. Finance Minister on the second mebwa. And as a third, Ansana. Akongumasika yedi ye near 2025. And you are putting the blame on MPP? You are putting the blame on MPP. Number two, and they say, you have a transition period of 1 month. And luckily, you are run off. And the enkomo bang and a transitional period. No? But so many a China are buying fufrono eba ama dadano ako womu yenu akabomu na enhyehyeye a ekoso and committees na omo seti no apart from finance no na another woman no mo na enyinam ahoden ensoso enkofo no ewo sa transitional team no bi enkobo be na koso enhyehyeye be na koso. Is it a sign of some incompetence na yetani mu omo no fa honana? I think say enkomo no ye dia yentu ye bo ase na ye ni ye. But enkomo kra ye die ehu be na ewomu. Ehu be pa na ewomu. Thermal plant no ye the gas and the power oton. Ye the gas and the power. Fuel no for emergency. Just gas no ho no atchima bi na se ntumi ankwa sese ye bomodin na yetimi de sa wo friend is saying or light crude or whatever you know ye no ye de ne kokogum ne yetimi de power
baba and the tier no crude na 7 no the maintenance of the West Africa gas pipeline they said by October. Yeah, almost 50 by 20th January airbe.
Say ye din komoy. Say na e free October eba January na ye bone a. Say yes adi was na watchimi no aka ho. Ye no so e bone ana. You can accuse somebody of something and then also do the same. What you say? Logic na emfa. The tiene say gas no ama emre omo bedie no yen independent power producers ne bi wo hɔ a chance ye yusu ye de yemfa ne say fuel no na ye de agum so what you say ye de agum ne yetimi de enya power no but ekwan ben so na ebefa so a ene mretenten ben na ebefa amiatimi anya bie se budget na mantam kra amiantimi anya nhyehyɛ anya sika na se transition period no so mo antimi momodi anwegwene ho kra na abeduru sa mpempenso we ya emre ben na esese take oman no se yebenya die sisi ya me no ka say mate se omo anya about base over $100 million you know you know be free Nigeria you know for Ghana for this purpose. It's a very simple process. Now you need to say you best better say na yes say emre nyina you know it is a brief one.
You know I mean call a doc on him time shake education no
yeah education no
I go to doc
DTN ye wo schools are yesisie the protocol say infrastructure any ye labs are yesisie me jitum say de papa ba me san so jitum say enkwada na didie headmasters fuela omo be use yen kwadano omo ko baabi omo ankasa so vehicles and all of that and so ehun hia sabi preduasa and me kasa to see will be o yapontin at least me a board chairman for senior high schools me ansa e Ashanti region ha timinim de maker yeno so hu hia Sabio impreduasa enkwada no kro no mo abegu ho no ekodro se wo mo ejanan kra no ba bia kogu ayesese ye betwe eko ofa enkomo ya me kan nyina is kasam it me name headmasters any accountants any matrons minim die ye involve pacha what you say afutu amede manie na sa afutu we say me dia to ba bia ho nso a ho pa afutu no ne say yebesi adan no the protocol some infrastructure no ye be build labs ye be sane mani nyina but wenum nyina chi no esese yetimi esiese ye ho say die me headmasters any me accountants any me matrons women so ho be den e be hin ha wo ya dia esese ye balance ni mienu and son education no etimi agina na so ye e de amayen. But the issue about say ye baby ye gina ye metie enkomo a ode ebeka ho a ade bi wo ho a ye na enye hawo na emre bi eso a etimi mane ye hawo emre aso no ye de potokasa me friend transition say enipa ade asi enipa nhunu say ade no be kobonkum ana say be kodifa Yewra John Mahama bontoa no woko ka kire me headmaster for say wono oba ekwan a ye faso a ye di eman kwada na aduano di no wode nsakra ye bebem. This is a very strong statement from the president-elect. Say
the president.
Yeah, sorry. Now the president. So it was a very strong statement. We san 73 now the din komo ya ye die ya. Now one for when ni papa anhwa asem no. What you say? Ave wasi me mamwa kasa mo akodwam na mo amakoto nnuano na mo dia be fidi nkwada no. Me brem sika na mo dia yesa ade. Wonu kra de o kan dis you say o be man nkwada na we mponchi eni dwanam. Oh, it's plenty. Oh, it's there. Video ning now. Me nka bibi nto no so anya no kre. Oso ban kola na awie mponche nam ni dwanam nyina. Na awofo nhwe se ono ne penso nkwala no free school no mo ba fie o mo se nkwala na ye kama.
Ai shak chebrobi.
So nim se me intro. I mean me mfa nya hwe. What you say? Videos no say drum maybe neck here baby say yes dey pay videos ni nyina ba.
Mo kan election time.
Dey okay dey campaign okay kan. Yes. And to him say afei yakoto aba no wa winning. Headmaster be betimi ato amamu because of that. I'm telling you. Me was telling me in Jamaica.
So I will say a good policy.
Oh, come on meeting. They come on meeting. Me say. Yemfa ye ni hwe ni mi no. Infrastructure. A capital expenditure. But me headmasters, me headmistresses, any accountants, any what friend is say me matrons, me nim how a true pempenso be necessary sikana a mantemo omukum. But what you say? Now say na buffer stock and na edinuano no yede eba president of the republic and so wo ba be sakremu afedi sika na eba mo amo e just me di jana me di niam akogo buffer stock of family bako na me de kwa e ho akatua no e be kosen sankomo we nyina e betimi akreti saa de ye kan okay afei omo aka se e basikatua omo atua bi October. This month is almost be. Minia say arrears. Let me tell you this. Senya san komo we ya President Mahama akato hona. Anka the moment arrears no woman sa so mu na. Anka foforo beba.
Arrears 2022 arrears.
Me system bia e running. System bia e running bia no. Me kokoje. Ebi wo ha me ntuaka. Na me di abrɛw. What you say? Utiaka makotiaka mateme mfaso
na kwaje foforo
na maje foforo On said in communist, and indeed, and on cannot dear and can how may catch us a how never passes say, a transition now fade ye, this can my headmasters at this man. Any buffer stock for a betting a criticize situation here.
Oro breaker saying, what's it?
What the education common
Metron for any idea name said decentralization of educational management idea money. Any abene dear headmaster for Okaya, Oka once my bepamo, and the President
Yampamobia,
and Nuna,
Yampamobia,
Company Mahama say, at the end of the Banamo, so, Entino, the question they say, says you can't call your Mampany what the president 2 days.
And Tim is
president 2 days.
Blame issue no, blame issue no on the transition.
Head of headmasters, no complaining, you know, almost complaining November. Complaining October, complaining December. And the question they say, Sabrin in an ammo day. Opening the assembly be EFA energy, now some procure. When him EBO budget fiscal year and a 31st December 2024.
Okay.
And whatever financial arrangement and financial plan in Biana, Sikasem Biana na for 2024 no, our 2024 budget na already approved in 2023 no. Sir, appropriation in lieu of 3 months no, to cater for January of 2025 first quarter. And the question they say, crude no transition team they shall say that. Yes,
how long does it take to procure?
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
How long does it take to procure?
And you know, yes, transition team after the election. The question is from 9 for no, transition team after 9 for now, Jane and declare.
Transition team started Wednesday. That's about 11th or thereabout.
What do you have for 11th? The question is, say 11th no budget be no the year Juma. 2024 budget. And you know, say a parliament boycott a budget, you also want boycott budget you. The over 2024, it's already approved for you to spend. You don't need a new budget in advance of appropriation for 2025 to spend on that. And the procurement, you should have made the procurement contingent on the 2024 budget. It's a very simple matter as that. You make provision for that because school for now originally no latter part of 2024 which is somewhere 27th or so and I'm say various payments near the didn't know schools but even that may as it may the question they say first budget now, year no, for 2025 first quarter no. The finance minister is I think was it second or third, right? The second or third.
Yeah.
You would have done it in November. Say in November.
Majority, minority.
It would have been done in November. But the question is who caused some? Because Mamina knows why MPP no maybe it's one when you know. Or Mulusu and Channel Pound MPP.
Cynthia Morrison.
And where are their principles? The same issue no more and no question that re Emma acquire Nuntino Parliament acquire you know Sadari training at the other. I almost know yet or this or MPP ni our Parliament no. Or Mulusu Yanuma Pound MPP. Where is the principle?
He found a doctor. He found a doctor.
No, but they back to substantive issues. I was saying. And nothing about budget. Yesterday, you got to cover budget. Over coffee. And the master say. So what you have to say? Credit and no. Nationwide. So what you have to say? Credit and no. Eh, here see the headmaster for. Now, wow, so you board chairman of I think 2 or 3 schools. We need problem. Come. Okay. What the headmaster? Confide in him. Ah, Mr. J. What by the mu ye there? Okay, who has someone? So, assembly, yes, someone in Timinka.
Oh, Massa Jawasam.
They be all catch room. Where are you came? Yamia do my brother and ask what I call. I want the headmaster, my friend. Hey, na Mr. Chairman na me wudi nkomo a square ye dua ne sema emba yi e na ate radio so a wudi nan TV so a wudi nan o ne headmaster ni metro baby sa no ahekra ye see for ma hwe de abo ye see for metro
right but I say shake me so for the last round. Now me hear me for says o message ni ba na man kan ya na hadwen pa. We believe in John Mahama, not NDC. Obi asemo the Bible. Am fa odi anka homom anyway. Mr. Host, please tell John Mahama that Ghanaians are not jokers. We are serious people, so he should be serious. This is coming from Emmanuel. Hi, I am Prince from Takwa. I believe the oral shouldn't be taken for granted. The lack of funding should be solved with the money obtained from oral. Mahama is certain. Oral, he say, Attorney General started no more Juma by you. Now, Attorney General doesn't have been mentioned. Let us see what happens to oral. Every responsible parent will never allow his or her ward to go to school freely without providing those basic necessities. Charles should stop this. Dear from Tepa. Ambiabua from ABN, Charles are hypocrites. They are bent on collecting fees just to enrich themselves, as they were doing before the inception of free SHS. To enrich themselves is a very strong word. Hi, Wofa Kofi Appiah. We thank God that John Mahama chose the three wise men to lead the vital positions. From William Ofori. Okay, please, did Nana Akufo-Addo sign the anti-LGBTQ bill before leaving office? Okay, he didn't sign. Anyway, of our parents should start preparing to pay for their war school fees. Ghanaians will expect doom so soon. I'm not prophesying doom for the country, but the reality shall dawn on us soon. Ula from Agwana. Good evening, Mr. Host. My name is Muhammad Shamsuddin, watching the show live from Mankranso. We, the National Service personnel, voted NDC because our allowance for October up to date is yet to be paid. We haven't heard any good news concerning National Service. So, Chairman, throw more light on the National Service allowance. And no excuse, fix it. Now, part of Ashanti region now is in Dum, not even Dum. So, President Mahama warned us not to vote for him and NDC, or else Ghana will be sold. And this is the beginning. We live to see. Danso from Nzema. Please, the NDC man is crying in his heart, very serious. Please tell him to remember that his speaker did within 3 months before the election takes off. I believe they are going to face the consequences for their bad behavior from the 8th Parliament. God forbid they will reap what they are sowing. Galatians chapter 6, verse 6 to 7. Good evening, Mr. Host. From Sir John, MPP, Hafano Southwest Constituency. NDC promised reset Ghana in Ashanti Regional National Service Office lock, Regional Health Insurance Service Office lock, Regional School Placement Office lock, Regional School Feeding Office lock, Regional Tibet Office locked. Oh God, have mercy on Ghana. We are still blaming themselves. Okay, oh God, have mercy on Ghana. They are still blaming themselves. From Prince Manso. Hello, good evening, Mr. Host. Truth be told, the Nadu and Bamia government are very wicked. Were they going to, were doing this to Ghanaians or to President John Mahama? Please, you, the media, should tell us the truth. If the energy and trust problem was deliberately planned by MPP government, I am David Anai from Bebieni. It's very difficult to tell an elderly person that he's lying, so I won't say Mr. Che is lying. But what can we? On what Mahama said of free SHS speeding, Hamid from Techima.
So, Obama Mari, Ponchine, I would never lie. Please. We'll get the video.
Okay.
Some media minimum, Kazan say one share me subsequently, made the video.
Okay.
Fagida
from Boma. I am one of the millions of concerns and upset about the lies and propaganda. Thankfully, Ghanaians are becoming increasingly discerning and logical, choosing to judge issues for themselves rather than relying on biased information. Ghana first, not any political.
It is a cocoa price now, must be 6,500. No,
I have just 4 minutes to go.
Okay.
This is the punch on Kessben television. So, my main 2 minutes, Emamo.
Okay.
Now, Wofa representative, you will break. You have a lot to talk about. Check.
Nigrana mean person heat bebem. I mean, me tiase say already heat. Here 3 months. Here 3 months.
Now almost settled.
Here 3 months to settle. It's one they requested for honeymoon. Me kwam brobe there. If free summary could say match be end.
We're going to deliver.
Me ko attack me unless they will be invited me. Me ko what you say. Here's our time on honeymoon.
So shake in 2 minutes.
School assembly. Say ye dear yentiasie say. And yet school be you over 900 senior high schools. Say I mean no say. It's 900 plus. Google, I'll give you the right figure. But it's over 900. And yet school be an him. As I see a tiasie. Na awofo a wo mo hwe yen akoma anye den antu. But what you say? Did he kind of know? They told me, and they say, school for Nkasa yinim ye ho. Enti say Islamic Senior High School any a more Prempeh College ewo a more yinim ye ho.
You to be the more command.
Wait to me with the come far ways and no be on no waji a bro and now say one them say sahani man so
like barter system of trade.
A koso. Entinye say ye bedin komo no ha ni ha ye nia na owofo bi owofia na nakoma ye den atu entesa bacho what you say enna wo so enibi no so no wo mu nuanom betimi di bi ebre wo mu na ye enkomo na media no metiso biem se de yewura John Mahama pese wo de enhyehyeye no etubia no omrantem.
Okay.
Omrantem. Na me sure say otie platform we mo mpanimfo so and this for mpanimfo so etie pa. Eniema yewura John Mahama odi beja na manyoko mfie nan na wakọ a next wo person na manyoko timi gina ne na so a eni kwan se odi ho agro eye ofeni say yes kusam if we say wo beto ado danko akufu ado ho beto no ho enso so o me friend no ekunafu aja what you say akukoduro eni din a wodi ye free senior high school no Islamic Senior High School again is almost 7,000 students. The biggest school in terms of population in the whole of West Africa.
Wow.
Yeah, my colleague here is a master, so I know a friend of
mine. One said in community no. Yen mo kase mo betwa double track, mo betwa double track. Me kase se mo to mo boase. One also be call for national dialogue on education. And somebody be wa muntie na entamano sa wuti so ni unya womo sector kam wa se ma chewa tie.
Okay.
If we say utwa mienu sana 3,500 3,500 we are able to manage it.
Okay, me that's it.
So say 9,000 also work kwatwam. No double track.
We will show the way.
And kwadani nyina ma megu ho me kan na sa wuntumi.
Me that's it. That's it.
Dear enyumre ye kache Ghana man nyina ne asanteman nyina ne say Ora John Dramani Mahama be men sinsu man sa no ham. Wabe man panyini bi da. Enti wo be hwa eso ene in na 2 days. In fact, ade chen ya na MMDCs ka se mo be di mu de awie mo nkotena fi. Coordinating directors mun take over na mo hwechiri. Me no ka say MMDC processes are starting.
We are vet.
Vet in Ashanti region, the best start next week, baby. We interested.
Some Timbi.
For now, the
what's up with application?
We got my whole region back on the team.
Minyanya directive on us to do better than the
okay.
But if free and
apply.
Mr. Ode Mamin come on.
Oh yeah,
John Dramani Mahama say committed to say Reshemu Shronko Agana for Yan Muno, or Becoso Ed deliver. Medical Cassette, Praying, and Assembly, local governance.
Appointments away the other than well.
Yenya 3 appointment for now. Educational review conference, and I say dialogue, and then Ninkasa Imuso. Okay, once more. All right, Ishak, you better invite when I'm in Amaba.
No, I'll be glad to be there. Okay. I'll be glad to be there.
And you per se Magana for whom say, any excuses. We are not in for excuses. And this your binary already say we are hitting the ground running. Yeah, we will hit. A form no ya hit echo.
Okay.
It's yen animu say mrepe di animu 24-hour economy no. Yede baba ye adwuma na mabunu a wo pa adwuma nya adwuma ye ba tan a wonya rehemu owura John Dramani Mahama no mu no ono nso ne chefa e wo Ghana mu no ne nsa beka abranti ba ka National Service Allowance me sure say on hwe ni mu se nhye ya ono enche wona won allowance ne free October ye ni nyina intu ya no me sure say enche kura no mo betua na se ne ya omo so e ho be hen ha on na befa kwanya ne ma dafja kwa abre NDC amanyofo nyina party mani nyina ase.
I was out for the punch to Mediano Ebe or Kessben televisions. Then we Operation Recover All Loot. Or may release a 52-page document. Yeah, investigation my so far. You on behind over the Attorney General no. Nina will be so crabby niako. 25 billion banking sector cleanup in the decline. Luxurious presidential private jet travels. And a tossimieno 58 million national cathedral sinkhole. Etoso miensa payment of salary to cathedral board 108 million ambulance scandal and also 2.8 million Sputnik vaccine B and also 21.3 million COVID expenditure 130 million frontiers COVID testing scandal and also 222.7 million Bank of Ghana corporate office scandal. 11.9 million payment for abandoned Pualugu Dam project. 250 million single source resource access limited belonging to Baumia's brother. Okay, 85 million stadia renovation. And also, the maybe bosso kakrebi na ama SML scam ne de ka ho nyina wunti ebrepe mo no mse details nyina be pie na yenya bre. Na yedi ni nyina ho nko wonti yedi sia na enwumre what yera Ishak Che Brobe or strategic communicator at the New Patriotic Party MPP or say lecturer at Kumasi Technical University or ha or no a by Dr. Christopher Appiah or ye ND Samanyukujum Tenue Fija Kwabre South about society lecturer University, so 2 academicians and party gurus om the benumre na ye no more edi join Kuya PSS Abediako on a shade medi me a mensun betre dwamu ma lawyer ohene amankwa ejan bede de Kofi Appiah settlson and afi technical crew nyina no bede wo nyina so nyame adomo a ochra anapa no nsia besai atienka ebio yakramo.